witnesses that are here and the importance of this topic, I'm going to withdraw my motion.
The motion has been withdrawn. Then I will now recognize Ms. Ramirez for 5 minutes for her questioning.
Thank you, Chair, and thank you, Ranking Member Thompson. It's been a long time in this committee, but I want to start by talking about civil society, because civil society, in my opinion, is the first line of defense for our communities when authoritarianism, like the one that the president is attempting on our democracy, tries to attack us. And when Trump demands a public enemy and abuses our authority to target them, it is civil society that holds the line. I find it deeply undemocratic and un-American and unacceptable that my Republican colleagues are targeting more than 212 organizations across the country that assist community members, including immigrant children, since we've been talking about children as if you care about immigrant children, and asylum seekers to meet their basic needs. So I want to make sure that I remind my colleagues, since we've been here for a while, that Secretary Noem and this administration, a couple of things. First of all, crossing a border to the U.S. to request the opportunity to apply for asylum is actually legal. Adjusting your status, if you have a pathway to do so, is legal. Supporting immigrants to apply for asylum, TPS, parole, and other forms of relief is legal. Supporting people to become United States citizens is also legal. Look, Republicans are going to lie and gaslight us all to help their fascist boss suppress dissent. Let me ask you, who drags the reputations of essential nonprofits in our communities? I'll tell you who. Authoritarians, bullies, these weak wannabe kings who are scared of civil society because they uphold the democracy. This hearing has been unserious, especially since the illegal and unlawful activities are actually being perpetrated by the people in the White House, the cabinet, and Republican leadership. Tom Homan said during an interview that ICE officers and Border Patrol agents don't need any probable cause to walk up to someone, question them, and detain them based on their physical appearance, occupation, or location. So he basically said that if someone looks like me and a couple of colleagues here, they can walk up and question us. That is racial profiling, which is illegal. At the same time, Homan consistently complains about the communities, like the one I represent from Chicago, for knowing their rights, because if they know their rights, it's harder for him to violate them. Tom Homan's disregard for our rights is unconstitutional. And since Mr. Homan, AKA the border czar, has the audacity to repeatedly brag about his legal immigration enforcement practices and disrespect due process, I demand he come before us to respond to the multitude of questions we have for him in person. But not just him. Governor Ron DeSantis of Florida is complicit in the construction of the alligator Alcatraz and the violations of human rights being perpetrated there. Florida's replica of one of our most notorious prisons is a clear illustration of the brutality of the Trump administration. They unlawfully robbed funds from cities supporting asylum seekers to build a CCOT-like detention center in one of the most dangerous places in the United States. Yet, DeSantis has the audacity to repeatedly brag about the inhumane conditions at Alligator Alcatraz and celebrate the violence being perpetrated with American tax dollars. Governor DeSantis must testify before this committee and provide answers to our questions about the atrocities being committed in his state. And he should also bring Secretary Marco Rubio. Because the truth is, we shouldn't be sending people to foreign countries when they may face torture and death with no chance for due process or appeal, particularly when they have not had their day in court and have not been subject to an extradition request. It is a gross violation of our shared humanity and our ideals as a nation to use money that's been appropriated to support refugees to disappear them to offshore prisons in countries they do not know and have no connection to. Yet Trump, Noem, and Rubio have repeatedly been caught red-handed, blatantly breaking the law, entering into backdoor agreements with foreign countries to deport people without due process. So, Mr. Chair, pursuant to Clause 2K6 of Rule 11, I move that this committee subpoena Thomas Douglas Homan, Ron DeSantis, and Marco Rubio.
Does the gentlelady yield back?
I would like to make sure that my subpoena request is in record and is considered.
Yes, ma'am. Do you yield back?
I do.
Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to table.
Motion to table has been offered. The gentleman that moves the motion to table, this is, as we well know now, a privileged and non-debatable motion. All those in favor of tabling the motion, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed, no.
No,
In the opinion of the chairs, the ayes have it. Is there a motion?
I'd like a recorded vote.
There has been a motion for a recorded vote. Mr. Clerk, thank you for your yeoman's work today. Mr. Clerk, if you will please call the roll.
Mr. Green of Tennessee. Mr. McCall. Mr. Higgins. Mr. Higgins votes aye. Mr. Jimenez. Aye. Mr. Jimenez votes aye. Mr. Pfluger. Mr. Pfluger votes aye. Mr. Garbarino. Aye. Mr. Garbarino votes aye. Ms. Green. Mr. Gonzalez. Mr. Luttrell. Mr. Strong. My apologies.
Aye.
You were just called. Yes, sir. That's all right. Mr. Luttrell votes aye.
Apologize.
Mr. Strong.
Aye.
Mr. Strong votes aye. Mr. Burkeen. Aye. Mr. Burkeen votes aye. Mr. Crane. Mr. Crane votes aye. Mr. Ogles. Mr. Ogles votes aye. Mrs. Biggs. Mr. Evans. Mr. Evans votes aye. Mr. McKenzie. Mr. McKenzie votes aye. Mr. Knott. Ranking Member Thompson.
Nay.
Ranking Member Thompson votes no. Mr. Swalwell. Mr. Correa. No. Mr. Correa votes no. Mr. Tanadar. No. Mr. Tanadar votes no. Mr. Magaziner. No. Mr. Magaziner votes no. Mr. Goldman. Mrs. Ramirez. Mrs. Ramirez votes no. Mr. Kennedy.
No.
Mr. Kennedy votes no. Mrs. McIver. Ms. Johnson. Mr. Hernandez. Ms. Poe. Mr. Carter. Mr. Carter votes no. Mr. Green of Texas. Mr. Green of Texas votes no.
Are there any members who wish to record their vote?
Mrs. Biggs votes aye.
Mr. Clerk, how am I recorded?
Chairman has not yet been recorded.
Guest votes aye.
Chairman Guest votes aye.
Would you please report the tally?
Point of order. Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
are we going to leave the voting tally open until everybody gets here, as we did earlier? There are people that are still outstanding, missing votes on both sides of the table, bipartisan.
Ms. McIver, would you like to be recorded?
Ms. McIver votes no.
Would the clerk report the tally?
Mr. Chairman, are we going to leave the
Would the
vote
clerk
tally
report the
Chairman, on
tally?
that-
You're not recognized, Mr.
On
Kennedy.
that vote, there were 13 ayes and 9 noes.
The opinion of the chair based upon the recorded vote, the